In this video, I'll just give you an update what I've been about doing. Alhamdulillah, I've been extremely busy with the business, and we've been acquiring some deals. So I can say I had been talking about this particular deal for a little while, and I can say that I acquired a business, Alhamdulillah, which is doing £650,000 in turnover, and about £80,000 in profit. So the £650,000 in turnover and about £80,000 in profit, and that's net profit, by the way. Alhamdulillah, I managed to get that deal for no money down, which means that I didn't pay anything for that business up front. So this is the kind of things when you're in the market for doing deals, when you're in the market for M&A for buying businesses and selling businesses and so on, then these deals will come across. Now, it's to be perfectly honest, it's taken me 5 years, yes, 5 years to get this kind of deal. So it's not something which is common. It's not something which you can do on your first deal, but it's very, very unlikely. Now, if you're in the position where you don't need to worry, let's say, for example, you've got a good job, you may be an accountant or a solicitor or something like that, or a doctor, but you're looking to have some additional income, or even if you're working in IT. In fact, one of my cousins, he asked me this question because I told him about the deal that we done. And he was surprised and he was very interested, of course. Why wouldn't you want to get a business which is doing £650,000 in turnover, about £80,000 in profit, and you don't have to pay anything on day one? That doesn't mean we got the business for free. What that means is that the deal that we agreed with the seller is that we will pay them £150,000 over the next 4 years in deferred payments, interest free, no interest added. So that means each year, I can't remember what the amount works out to be, we will pay them X amount. We will pay them quarterly. So on the day that we purchased the business, they got nothing, but in 3 months' time, they will get their first installment, and then the following 3 months and the following 3 months until the 4 years has been completed. And the way we agreed the deal as well is that the largest payment, so sometimes it's unequal, the payments. So the final payment is the largest payment that we agreed with them, and that's how we have acquired the business. Alhamdulillah, it's got a strong team there. It's a very, very prestigious business in its industry, in its area. It's got a good reputation, so it's a very, very good find. Now, how do these deals come about? These deals come about during the right circumstances. So it just so happened is that these sellers were the inheritors of the business. So their parent was owning the business, or their mum owned the business more specifically, and she died. And when she died, the 3 children, they, of course, inherited the business. Now, each 3 of the children, only one of them was involved in the business, and 2 of them had their own lives. One of them was currently taking maternity break. Not maternity leave, a maternity break, meaning she's going to raise her children for the next, however many, 15 years or something like that. And the other child had her own career as a teacher, and they both live far away. The other child that lives that works in the business is actually not directly involved in the business. They have a sort of a role in the business, but it's not about managing the whole business. So therefore, they just went to get rid of it because it was taking up too much of their time and too much of what they didn't want to do. So the right circumstances came about, and we were in the market at the right time, at the right place. And also, alhamdulillah, what you want to always do, you want to make sure that when you're going to acquire these businesses, especially in these kinds of circumstances, you're there to look after the business. The business had been around since 1951. Today, sitting here making this video is 2023, which means that business has been around for in excess of 70 years. Older than the children themselves. Yes? So that business has been around for a long time. Essentially, that business is the older brother of these siblings that sold the business. Yes? Because the salon's been around for longer, the shop's been around for longer. So we purchased it, deferred consideration, 100% deferred consideration, and alhamdulillah, it's doing well. There's been a bit of staff movement since we purchased it. We're just doing some recruiting to get some more staff members. Alhamdulillah, it's perfectly fine. Business is business. At the end of the day, you just need to go through the challenges that you're met with. And if you're in the right time, in the right place, and also in the market for something, you can never acquire this kind of business if you're not in the market for it. So you need to tell everyone that you're willing to purchase businesses, that you want to buy businesses, that you want to do the deals. And when people know that you want to do the deals, and number one, the first deal is the most important, because if you can get a deal over the line, then people know that you can close deals. And if you know how to close deals, then people take you more seriously. Alhamdulillah, we're at the position now that, there's no question as opposed to whether we can close deals. There's no question as to whether we go through the due diligence process while being, a certain amount of sensitivity to the seller, and then closing the deal ultimately, and then running these businesses as well. Because if you can't run them, you're going to run them to the ground, run them into the ground, I should say. So buying a business for no money up front is a possibility, but like I said, it took me 5 years to find this kind of deal. Now, every kind of deal that we do always has some element of deferred consideration. I think the closest one we've had 50% deferred consideration, but this one's 100%. And alhamdulillah, I can check this off the box that this has been done. So if you guys are in the market, then definitely go out and do the deals. And to be honest, maybe later on, inshallah, once I finish with my project, I'll help some people as well to do deals, to buy businesses without any money up front. And, you need to make sure that you're buying good businesses. If you're buying a business administration or a business which is struggling, maybe it's insolvent or something like that, then of course you can get them for no money up front. But we're talking about a business which has got good turnover and good profitability. It's not millions and millions of pounds of turnover, and it's not millions of pounds of profitability or hundreds and hundreds of thousands of profitability. But imagine if you end up buying a business which gives you another £80,000 per year, or maybe another £40,000 in the first 4 years in this case, and then another £80,000 from year 4 onwards. Is that not a good deal? So for those of you who are in good positions, alhamdulillah, you can wait for those deals. So going back to my cousin, he's, inshallah, I don't know exactly how much he's earning, but he's earning a good amount of money. And alhamdulillah, I told him, look, just wait out for the deal, but you have to be in the market. And then once you come across something similar, it doesn't have to be 100% deferred consideration. I've heard of one deal where someone just paid, I think it was either 10% or 20% of the consideration up front, and 80 or 90% of the consideration was deferred. That's a very, very good deal as well. And I think with that business, the business was doing £120,000 in profit. So, that's £10,000 a month. Can't go wrong with that, right? So that's what I've been up to. Inshallah, I'll create some more videos to give you some more advice about how you can go about doing deals. And inshallah, go ahead in your business life as well. Assalamu alaikum.